Welcome to Game Notes Daily,
the hottest gambling show on planet Earth. I'm your host, Colby Armstrong, with all the hockey talk.
I'm your host, Matt Murley, with all the hockey winners.
Hit up the comments. We're interactive. The chat is engaged.
We have a rock star about to join us.
Oh!
No, it's called the Mixer Pop now, buddy.
Yeah, we got the Wit Dog joining
the boys.
Oh, not more of this guy.
You guys have a great show.
The Rangers are just losers.
Bing, bing, bing. I'm looking.
Yeah.
Did I just see Matt Murley get named on national television?
I didn't get laid in Bermuda. What the fuck does that have to do with tonight?
Now, let's get right to the action. Boom! That's my first one with that intro. Great job by Pasha. Here we go. I missed last one. I was doing a Jack Link's beef jerky commercial up in Canada. We got the Murr. We got G running it. He slicked that little clip out there for us right off the get-go. Merles is a man of the planet right now. He's one with the earth. He's one with rest. He's one with trying to figure it out with his voice. He's got Vegas voice, folks.
Hey.
Nursing it. He's been nursing it.
It's not the normal Vegas voice.
No. You got a casual case of Vegas voice. Game Notes Daily. We are live on YouTube. Please go to YouTube, Chicklets YouTube, subscribe, click on us. We're under the live header when you get in there right now. Come click on us, subscribe, hit the like button, all that good stuff. Welcome again as our days get kind of split up even more with travel here, Merles. Speaking of travel, where the hell are you right now?
I made it. I made it to Fort Lauderdale. I saw somebody say, "Why isn't Merle's live from the elbow room for the show?" I don't think the internet would have went too well from there. It's bad enough in here. But I made it to Fort Lauderdale. It's been a heck of a finals. It's been unreal going back and forth. I feel like it's been so long since last game, since we talked, but I guess because you weren't there last show. But that intro is amazing. But the other intro, I gotta do it. I gotta talk to you about TheScore bet. It's the best sports book out there for the hockey obsessed. We have all the specials on there all season long. Even when the hockey ends, we're almost at the end. There'll be baseball specials on there. I see golf specials all the time. But remember, always play responsibly. 19 plus, Ontario only. If you have a gambling problem, call Connects Ontario at 1-866-531-2600. Let's talk about the game tonight or the last game. Where we want to start.
I was just going to say I'm rusty. I didn't have the comments turned on, so I just flipped over, and they're buzzing. I see Singsy's all in there, so welcome, everybody. The chat is blowing up right now. Everyone's ready to go. Let's go, Manitoba Maniac. I'm seeing lots of action in there. If you do want to be in on the chat and be interactive, G will slap up your comments if they're good enough, or you got something nice to say or a comment or some picks for us here tonight, which we love to get those. And Merles will put it together possibly in the menu post show with what we do tonight, or I don't know how we're going to do it, but usually that's how it works. You've got to come to the YouTube. You've got to come to the Chicklets YouTube page for us to see that. I know people watch us, and that's fine on Twitter or other platforms, but the YouTube is where we get the chat. That's where Grinnell, he manages it and pops you in there, so that's the official one. If we could get you there and get you to subscribe on our YouTube page, Merles. Yep. Great series so far, bro. Anything else to add with what I said about the chat or the YouTube?
I just want to add about the chat. I'm looking. I talked to our guy Jack at Barstool and Score Bet. I want to do a boost today for this game, but I said I don't know what I'm doing yet. I want to watch the show. I want to pay attention to the chat. So I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna see something good in the chat. A parlay with a couple players, the over under, the game. We'll see. And if we see a really good one, that's the one I'm gonna take to him. Get it boosted up and specialed up and make a big deal about it.
Well, you should take two. One you should give him is Laura. Laura will come up with one, and it'll be like like her and RA are the same with their like. It's just like
I don't think you can fit hers on like a graphic that we can post.
Yours are insane, and then have a backup one in case he doesn't like that one. Someone else's one that goes. What's this guy saying? Lickerdale lungs. Or you got the Lickerdale lungs, Mer?
Well, listen, so I took the red eye from Vegas on, Tuesday night, got into the hotel. I slept 5-6 hours, woke up, throat still there. I've bought 3 different kinds of lozenges / hard candies, trying to absorb this thing. Don't even go out. People are shocked that I was not at the elbow room yesterday at any point. Stayed in my room the whole time, trying to get this thing on going. I wake up this morning. I'm walking down the beach. I'm like, I need the hot tea with the honey, and I'm reading all about the musicians that do it, blah, blah, blah. And who do I run into, though, sitting out front? Pasha, the New Jersey Devil guy. He's doing the same thing. He's got the raspy voice, and he only came from Arizona. He's like, I picked up something on the airplane. Must be the same as you. So.
Lickerdale lung. You guys got the Lickerdale lung. Gee, what do you think of this? Is Merle's going soft?
I can't say
Or is he just being a pro? Is he just being a pro?
I think he's a pro's pro, and I'm going
Yeah.
to stay on Merle's good side tonight because we are recording. We are recording game notes of the pod after the game tonight, so I want Merle's to stay as sober and healthy as possible for the next couple hours. But guys, so everyone's been asking about the game notes meetup. When are we going to do the game notes meetup? Where is the game notes meetup? Because we teased it. We've been talking about it. We will be in Fort Lauderdale. We will be at the Tin Roof, 4 to 6 p.m. on Saturday before the game. So we'll be at the Tin Roof, Fort Lauderdale, 4 to 6 p.m. The Pink Whitney will be flowing. The Big Deal will be flowing. The only bar in the state, I believe, with Big Deal Brewing. So it's going to be an absolute blast. I can't wait. I want to see every single person in the chat there.
Oh, yeah. I want to see. I know who came up with this, too, by the way. I think it was led by the chat, which is super cool. Thanks for this awesome community, right, boys? I think that's the cool thing that come from impromptu, organic stuff like this, that, like, everybody's included. So what a better place to meet up at. I mean, what's it, the Tin Roof? Is that where we're going?
The Tin Roof. And
what a name.
And then we also will be in Vegas at the Beer House, from 1 to 3 p.m. on Tuesday before the game. And who will be in attendance with us there is Mr. Ryan Whitney, who's joining the call right now.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. All this guy does is drive.
He drives around. He's a dad. That's all he does. He's an Uber driver.
I'm a chauffeur. Army knows. Merles, you know. Army, you like the chat?
You haven't heard about that?
No. It's cool though. I hadn't heard about the chat. It's
So
awesome.
we got these meetups in Fort Lauderdale at the Tin Roof, the Beer House in Vegas. You'll be there. Thanks for joining us today. We're hoping some of these people in the chat can come meet up with us. We did get those. Did you get one of those? You probably didn't yet. I don't know. You got the Mixer shirts? I saw people tweeting at us with the Mixer shirts. People are buying them. I got one sent to me finally. I went to put it on today, boys. I couldn't find it. My house is a gong show. Yeah. We had a birthday party yesterday for an 8-year-old, Liv. It's a gong show. So I did get the shirt, G. Thank you.
Got to shout out Peter Buckley with the amazing design. What a legend Peter is.
Shout out to Peter. Yeah, it looks awesome. The colors are great.
I want a Mixer shirt.
I came up with the line. I don't even have one.
Exactly.
We can't track you down. You need a P.O. box in Fort Lauderdale in Vegas, you psycho. You're a complete lunatic right now.
Morales, how was the flight across country? How was the first night in Lauderdale?
I just got done telling everybody I didn't go out. I didn't leave my room. I've been on the throat lozenges, the waters, the Gatorades. I'm getting ready for the second part of the run here. It was a nice, quiet 2 days off.
Can the Florida Panthers give us a hockey game? Can they do anything tonight, Army? What's going on? Can we just get a series out of this thing?
Hey, are they done or are they gonna fight? Are we gonna?
I think they're gonna fight. I think they're gonna fight. Maurice had a quote. I don't know if I'm a little late to the show. He said, I think we're trying to be too physical. Like, we don't need to be doing what we're doing. And it kind of makes sense. They just look like fools running around trying to start shit. And Vegas is just like, we're all set with this. We're just going to run you over on the scoreboard. And with Barbashev. So I think there's a lot of fight in the Panthers, though. I don't see these guys going down without a fight. But they got to do something. They got to get the first goal tonight.
Yeah, they got to get the crowd. They got to get the first goal. Maurice must watch our show and your podcast, the Spittin' Chicklets, because we talked about it on there in the most recent one that dropped, which was hilarious, by the way. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It was awesome. Who was on there? The Sheriff we had on there, Shane Knighty, Big Beauty, analyst for the Golden Knights. That's sitting out there as well. But yeah, they've got to just come out and play. They've got to play with the lead. Try to. I think that's key. That they're not chasing. They seemed in the series, it was 2-2 going into the third in game one. But other than that, I feel like they've just been chasing the series, like the first two games. It feels that way, not just because of the score, but I'm talking about the play. I'm talking about the play, Murr. And you're in the building, Murr.
It was, I'm telling you, when I talked on Chicklets, it reminded me exactly of the Rangers Devils But I mean, they had the home crowd beyond them. It was just complete domination of like men versus boys. It was embarrassing. Like, and I was coming out of that Rangers game in New Jersey. This is a sweep. This is a joke. Pasha, you're a joke. Blah blah blah. And we all know how that ended. So it can turn quickly. I really like Florida. I need a series. I need this to go at least 5 games. I left one of my suitcases in Vegas, so my family's flying.
I'm going anyways. So worst case scenario, we cover the parade.
Oh yeah, get one of us on the parade down the strip. That would be out of control. Yeah. But I left one of my bags out there, so I flew over with a ton of my kids' stuff because we're spending the summer in Troy, and I left the bag in Vegas. So I need a game 5.
We're going back, Mar. We know that, and like I said, worst case we cover the parade, and they actually are going to have floats for the Vegas team, and then Barbashev's going to be his own float, so he'll carry like 8 or 9 people on his shoulders, and it'll be good. Gudis is playing tonight, by the way. I don't know how. How is Gudis playing tonight? He got hit by a Mack truck the other night.
First degree because his beard has a 3 degree.
It might be the first time Gudis is like, I'm not going to try to hit that guy again. Like
it looked like he wasn't trying to hit him. Really, if you look at the replay, it looks like he's just recklessly trying to get in his way. And Barbashev was like, I'm gonna.
He's like, no, niet.
Barbashev's just a truck. This guy's been the biggest X factor that we've seen. Just playmaking, trucking ability. Everything's been happening, but. I think you're right, though, Whit. The first goal. Go ahead.
Yeah, first goal. We talked about this on Chicklets, I believe, but Alec Martinez, so he wins the Cups in L.A. You forget, he scored the double OT winner in Game 7 against Chicago. He scores the OT winner in the Cup final against the Rangers. He gets that huge goal the other night. For that guy, they have a guy like that who doesn't even get brought up. Defensive specialist, shot block machine. He chips in these. I mean, one of the all-time most clutch goal scorers for a defensive defenseman. It's amazing to have all the names on Vegas and then a guy like that just still sneaking in big goals. It's an incredible team, but like I said, Florida's coming out with some passion tonight. Merles, where are your seats?
Don't have seats at the moment. We're still working on it, me and Pasha get in the building. Last time me and Pasha were there together, we ended up in that Panther bar, the owner's Panther bar. So maybe he's going to hear this and give us the invite back. But for those Florida Panther people, I'll tell you something. Not a big deal, but I was on the treadmill yesterday, and I looked out the window, and there was the biggest rainbow I've ever seen in my entire life. Like the perfect colors. I'll try to post it.
To the rink? Was it
there? It is. Geez, got it. You see it?
I see that. Look at that thing.
I couldn't. I should have got off and went outside and taken it, but it was all the way across the ocean. I mean, if that's not a sign of your fortunes are changing down here for Florida, I don't know what is. So that's going to lean already into talking about my pick tonight. I'm on Florida tonight, Whit. Your old team.
Yeah,
wow.
Alumni.
Well, as you guys know, I have no money left. That was. I have no money left. I don't gamble anymore. I'm not able to.
Blew it all at the health spas.
Yeah, exactly. On that $400 20-minute, but it's supposed to be 80-minute massage. Yeah, sweet wellness. Fuck off. But Mur, I don't hate it. What's the line?
Right now, I'll give you all the lines. We got the Cats are minus 124,
wow.
VGK plus 104. That's on the score bet. And this is the interesting one.
Really?
You got different ones?
No, I got the same ones. I don't get how Vegas is like.
If I was gambling, I mean, how are you not putting $10,000 on the Vegas Golden Knights plus money after what we just saw?
I know.
But then they finally did. They finally moved it up to 6. So the over 6 is minus 107. The under 6 minus 117. They finally figured that out. So that's what I if I get into the building, I got to go with my EBR rules. But if I'm not going to the game, then maybe I can take that under. But if I'm going to the game, I saw the rainbow. I want a series, so I will take Florida. If I don't go to the game, then I'm probably going to take the under too.
I saw a rainbow.
This is
Yeah,
a new
so
rule.
I saw
This is
a
a
leaf
new
on
rule.
a tree.
Hey, if they
I'm
win, it's a new rule.
I'm betting the Leafs to win the cup next year because a leaf fell off a tree when I was on a walk with the dog. That's
EBR rule.
EBR rule 77.
I can't believe he saw a rainbow, and now it's a hope. He's just going.
Hey,
on
I'm
it.
telling you, there was a game.
He's like, oh shit, it's Pride Month. I didn't think of that. That's what the rainbow.
There we go. Type insider
I
info.
keep seeing rainbows everywhere.
I'll tell you guys another thing. I'm telling you, this winter I was betting a EBR game of the month or something. It was losing, and my daughter came over and made a rainbow. And I talked about it. I tweeted about it, and then they scored. So then everybody started going nuts, wanting to see a picture of the rainbow. So I put the picture on, and the team came back and won. I just remembered that now.
This guy's fucked up.
I'm dying right now. I keep seeing rainbows.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I went to the zoo. I saw a tiger.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was a Bengal actually. Cincinnati for the Super Bowl.
Oh my god, Murr. This is unbelievable rule right now. EPR rule 77.
I actually love Florida now. The rainbow game.
The rainbow game.
Mose was actually in the gym. He was actually in the gym. That's the real story.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah, that is the real story. You buried the lead with the rainbow thing.
After, like, Paul Maurice, explain your team's 5-1 win. He's like, well, Matt Murley saw a rainbow on the treadmill.
There's
And,
people-
we knew we had him.
I just had to make sure that little like elliptical machine was in there because everybody was like, dude, there was no rainbow. You're just buckled at the elbow room. Oh, I saw a rainbow over the ocean, Mom.
Yeah. Everyone's hammering rainbows in the chat right now. It's hilarious. This is a sign.
The
This
rainbow
is a
game,
sign.
guys. I must deposit more money for the rainbow game.
Plus one rainbow sighting. equals
There it is.
hammer the
Rule
home team.
68, Pride Month and rainbow sighting, hammer the home team. I love it.
Yeah, so it turns out there's rainbows all over the place because it's Pride Month, but I didn't think of that one. Shit, Florida lost 8-1.
Oh my god, I got tears coming down my face, Murr. Thank you. I love you.
Hey guys, how about before game 2? My bet was Barkov over 1.5 and over 29.5 saves for Bobrovsky gets
Yanked.
pulled for the first time.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, what if you bet Bob for these saves thing and then he's just gone? Adios.
That's
so
why
rough.
it's brutal. That's why you got to
Well, it's
play
like when
responsibly with the player parlays.
It's like when Merle's hammered Ben and then he got kicked out a minute in.
Yeah, that's what we had
It's
Ben
like,
for like 2.5 shots or whatever it was, and then he's gone in a minute. I was like, what the frig? He didn't even cross-check the guy in the face, and that was it.
Well, I feel like Vegas though, for them to have Florida as the favorite, you got to figure Bobrovsky be amazing, which would lead to the under. Like I guess I don't hate the under.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what
they
I was
bumped
thinking.
it.
Wait, I'm on the under tonight. That's my play
Yeah.
for the
well, they
night.
bumped it,
shit.
G. They bumped it, right, G?
I'm 4-0 so far in this Stanley Cup.
Oh,
Finals.
don't
Yeah.
say
Oh,
that.
really?
Don't say it. Knock on
There we
wood.
go.
Knock on
I
wood.
don't get why
it's
you can't
okay.
say that
It's
shit.
okay. There was a rainbow over the ocean. We're good. We're good.
This is the
Hey,
greatest
Merle's
club ever.
Now, granted, we're 2 games away from this possibility, but the Game 5 pregame party, if we get there, you told me this beer house is a scene, right?
Oh, absolutely. I swear that's where I first lost my voice. That was the first place I went when I went down to the stadium to have a beer. And of course, the speaker was right above my head. And it is bumping in that parade of like the Vegas showgirls with the hairdresses
there?
and the drummers. They come right through
I
there.
did
They
that.
stop in front of it and they play. It's chaos.
I did that. Okay, I walked by there. I went in the drum roll last year. I was there for some shoot, and I was with the drummers and the cheerleaders and those Vegas kicking girls and everything that do that whole thing. And it's like a 5-mile parade. I'm not lying. At the end of it, I was
shit.
exhausted. Then I jumped in that chariot thing with the night guy, and he was banging his sword on the side of this thing, and it drives us up to the stage. It was crazy. They do it every game. Do you know that? They do it every game. It goes
That's
through
crazy.
a casino, out and around the street, around the block, and back up to like the square in front of the rink, Merles.
Yeah, that's where
crazy.
this bar is right next to the square. So it's probably their last stop, and then they go from there and they go right up onto the stage. So for all the Chicklets people, it's the perfect bar to come to before the game.
Yeah,
why don't we bring
us.
in the Vegas insider or ask him about the beer house?
Ooh.
Oh my God! First, we have to ask you something else. First, we have to ask you.
Hold on, let me get my bulbs in here.
Let's get his
Early bulb.
By the way, I went to that
Spirit
office.
Airlines.
I went to Miggs's office. You had to walk through a bar, then through a casino, and then there was like this little door, and then it was that office.
It's like a speakeasy
guy.
around. It's like a speakeasy. You gotta click on something and you can.
Miggy hasn't been able to recover since Biz called him Mincy.
Oh my God.
That was heartbreaking.
Oh my God! Mix texted me. He goes, "I gotta hit the gym." Biz thinks I'm fucking Mincy.
Kidding me? I started taking the diet this morning. I was pumping fiber as fast as possible. What a shot! Like just taking a shot. He's trying to deflect from the Bedard comment. It must be. So he's just
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you are selling brick watches too on the side, aren't you?
Try to make up for the roulette wheel from the weekend. Man, I gotta go on. Start selling watches.
Miggs, as the Vegas insider, and you've seen the team play friggin' 82 plus however in the playoffs, is this going to be a sweep in your mind?
Oh, he doesn't want to say it. He doesn't want to do it.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Wow.
I think that Florida will get one. I mean, you're kind of Vegas does seem to have a propensity to kind of maybe give one away, but it matters how Florida decides. I think what Dallas
they take their foot off the gas, Miggsy. Yeah, I feel like.
And when they were playing Dallas kind of brought it back in, played really tight, said, become a perimeter team and take a lot of shots. And Vegas can do that. They can get a little bit perimeter but when Florida's running around and trying to check, it's just a bloodbath. So I think Paul Maurice has got enough. He's got enough experience. I know the Merle man, when we were at the game, we were kind of saying about Kachuk, yeah, we get it, man. You understand you're a physical presence, but you need goals. You got to go 1 and 2. You can't go in the box every other period. It just kills that momentum. With the Gudis thing. So I think it'll go 5. I think, you got to give a little bit of credit to Florida. They're a tough team. Bob's going to have a game. You just kind of know it. He's a big time guy. So I think they get 1. I'd like to see Vegas get this first one, and then you can kind of maybe take a breath, because if they lose tonight, the game series is back on. Great saying. Obviously, the series isn't changed until the home team loses. But I think
Florida has to win tonight. Otherwise, you're down 0-3. They're like, oh man, we got to fly all the way back there, and then they're gonna be pissed at us because we're gonna lose. So they're not gonna let us stay, and then we're gonna have to take the red eye all the way back here again, which is just a nightmare. So I see they have to win. And speaking of these flights, did you hear about what Montour did?
Oh, Dan's giving us shit. He says you guys are all writing off Florida. They're going to make
I'm on Florida
silly.
today,
Dan, have you watched the games, dummy? Have you watched the games?
Hey, Dan.
This fucking high school hockey team playing an NHL All-Star team, Dan. What do you mean writing them off? They look horrible.
They got swamped in game 2.
We're trying to find them a win. Dan, we're trying to find them a win here, okay?
They've also never won a Stanley Cup final game. That's you have to win. They're 0-6, 96, 2023. They're 0, get a win, and then we won't write you off.
And a lot of these guys, too, they have guys that have won cups on Vegas. They have guys that have lost in a final the first year that Vegas was in existence. There's, hunger. There's knowing how to get it. They have a mix of this, Biz was talking about this mojo that ran out. Now he's back on the mojo train, I saw. But it's they have this thing where they're kind of pissed off. The organization is hungry. The players that were there are hungry. And they've got guys that have won before that want it again that haven't won it in a while. All those LA guys, Petrangelo, you get some of these other guys in the mix that have gotten it, taste of it, and want it again. So, yeah, that's a thing, Dan. That's a thing, really, when you look at it from Florida's perspective of them just trying to get their foot in the door right now. And we're trying to fucking talk them into getting game 3. This is the game if they're going to get it. Miggs wants them to get it the next game, so it's 3-1, and you can kind of take a breath like he said. But if Florida wants to make anything happen, to Merle's point, tonight is the night they have to get their foot in the door.
And the Wit Dog was on Florida last game. He had the bob over saves.
Yeah, and he got pulled.
Yeah, he got. Oh, we were howling. We were howling, sitting in the seat.
I knew you two would be sitting there like, fucking Whitney. This is all his fault. I knew that was the play to take the under saves because he's getting the hook. By the way, boys, I will say,
Whit, real quick, that the crew up at the CNA is going to let you have it a little bit about the round 2 Oilers choice. And I said, no, Oiler for life. So he's going to. The
Oilers are basically like Stanley Cup runner-ups. Like they at least did something to Vegas.
Yeah.
The Oilers are the story of the playoffs. By the way, I have to go pick up Wyatt right now.
Okay, you go get him.
Listen. He's always carrying around like little toy cars. Yeah. And he threw a fastball this morning, a rocket, right off the TV. There's now like a section of the TV that's like blacked out.
Yeah.
And I put on the NHL Network after he did it, so it looks like a puck almost. So tonight, watching the game, I'm gonna have like this black little
oil slick.
Yeah, I'm so annoyed. Like, I'm not going to know which one's the puck and which one's the Wyatt fastball. I got to get a new TV. This fucking kid. But
it's cold. Never stops over there.
It's so cold. But, guys, love the show. Love you guys. And I'm on the under. That's my call.
That's your only call? We got him on the under?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Thanks, Whitty. All right, there goes Whit. Jumped in with us. Someone I saw in the chat said, is Whit fake driving?
Always.
He's always is, yeah.
He's always in that car. You can tell by the sunlight.
Were you on with the car? You might as well live in it.
Migsy, were you on with us for Merle's sign that like Florida's going to win tonight? Like it was.
No, I didn't hear it.
Buddy, can I do it? Let me tell it. Gee, you got something?
Well, I was just going to say, I feel like we just got a sign from Whit. He's saying, actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to hold this till the end.
Okay, hold it to the end. Write it down so you don't forget it. That's what I do. I always forget
I like this
stuff.
one. Whit has a $600K house with one TV.
$600K?
Yeah.
Where do you think he's living, dude? He's not living. He doesn't live in an apartment.
He's doing $600K worth of, refurbishing after his house flooded. That's what he's doing. That's his $600K.
His TV was $600K. Yeah, like
so. Here's Sorry, go ahead, Bigsy. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Go.
I was gonna say this is Merle's sign. This is so great. He was working out on the elliptical the other day in Fort Lauderdale. He looks out the window. There's a rainbow. It's the most beautiful rainbow he's ever seen, arching across into the ocean from Florida. And so this is a sign that it's Florida. And then Whit points out it's Pride Month. And there's like rainbows everywhere. Merle's keeps seeing rainbows all over the place. He thinks it's
Go with it, Merle. Just go with it. Go with it, Merle.
Oh, I was crying.
I'm going down to the shops after this. I'm going to look for a Panthers rainbow shirt. I'll buy 10 of them, hand them out to everybody I see.
And just say, look at the sign. But Merle, I know people always ask you, hey, we need a list of all the rules. This list is getting real long. This is going to be like one of those T-shirts with all the starting quarterbacks for the Browns. Yeah. It just keeps changing.
Yeah, we'll see. This one might work. And I'm working on getting in the building, so that would be EBR rule number 1. I'm going to be on the home team if I can get in.
When are we going to get breaking news if you're going to get in the building? What time we got?
Oh, that could come all the way to the last second. I was just at breakfast with Pasha, Biz, and the Gretzky brothers. And me and Pasha were like, oh yeah, we don't have tickets, so we're letting it known. Now I'm coming on here. We're looking for 2 seats. We just want to get in the building. We want to go back to the Panther bar.
Hopefully, Game Time can hook it up. Game Time, the best last minute ticket provider in the league.
My buddy drove us to the game the other day, Game 1, and all of a sudden his kid's in the back seat. Me and Merles are all fired up. And the kid's sitting there on Game Time, just trying to see if the price will just nick down a little bit.
Pasha was on the Game Time earlier. There's some seats left, so we'll get in there. We'll get in the building.
Pasha on it. He'll find something. That guy, he knows how to wheel and deal and weasel.
He's riding high off all the compliments he's getting for the intro. So he's.
Look at this, Charles Soule, Merles. If you want some free beers in the stadium, I can hook it up. What did he say? No big deals? I thought he meant all big deals. No, I can't go then. I'm only drinking big deals.
Oh, he's on a big deal kick. I like that. Stay with it.
Oh,
Merle. It
I'll
doesn't
drink
work.
something else if there's no big deals there. I mean, I'd not that I won't be happy, but I'll guzzle anything.
Pink Whitney. I know there was Pink Whitney in there, an All-Star game. It buckled me.
Boys, I was guzzling last night. Big 8-year-old birthday party last night. I had the Pink Whitney nips out going. I was doing like the G thing where he puts it down on, when he goes on one knee, that's his move with the nips. I was just putting it in the mouth and we were just going and just slamming them right back, no handers with the little nips. It was unreal. Good. Great birthday party last night, boys. Just loving it. So what are you feeling tonight? So you're still on Vegas tonight, Migs? You're well. VGK has won the first road game in every series so far. They got up for the away games. What does it say? They get up for the away games. That's a good call. First ones.
I think that obviously momentum, I get a little concerned that it might be over that. Like everybody's just hyping them, from everybody around town. And it's like, when's the cup parade and media's all over them. I get a little nervous about that. I'm leaning just taking I think I'm going to take the under. I think Vegas is going to play a real greasy road game, make Florida work 200 feet, try to keep them close, let them start really feeling pressure if they do. Try to see how Florida is going to adjust to a home game. I'm really interested to see the matchups. I know it was talked about. I saw Biz talked about it on the pod. You guys did Vegas had their fourth line, or if you call it a fourth line, Roy's line out against Kachuk's line. So does Maurice try to get them away from them? Try to get them more toward an Eichel line that maybe is can be considered a little less defensive and not as big physically. I mean, Barbashev's a tank and Marchessault's got, soccer player calves, but you try to get them away. So I think, I think that it's going to be really interesting to see. And I think Vegas is being a cagey team. They're really good on the road at chipping it out, playing a smart game, one passing out. So I like what Witt said. I like the under. And then I'm just going to go. I'm banking on that they change these lines, and then you have to favor the Colasar Roy line and Carrier against their fourth line. So I'm going to go Roy with a point. I think it's plus 140. I think he chips one in. That guy is. I mean, he's playing unreal. He's a center.
He just hangs on to it too. He always has it.
And I could have sworn when I watched the game again after the Merman left, I watched kind of the highlights and then through the game. It looked like Eichel was hopping out there a little bit, a couple extra shifts, hopping out with the fourth line on good offensive matchups. So they're humming. I'll take a 1-0 win, Vegas, and be really happy, and Waz scores the point. So I'll be happy with that. But you got to think there's a push coming. I mean, the Florida is a tough team. There's got to be a push coming. But I think Vegas is ready for that.
Here she is, boys. Laura, here she is. She has spoken. She's dialed it in a bit. Stevenson over 2 shots. Stone over 3 shots. Over 5.5 plus 6.11. Laura. Ooh. Laura. I like it.
Nice odds.
That's really
that,
good.
But
6.11.
Laura, speaking to us, Laura. I like it.
I'm on here right now. I'm telling you, I'm looking at the Game Time app right now, and there are tickets. There are tickets available. I am going to be in the building. I'm making it official now. I'm going to the game. So EBR rule number 1.
Yeah, so I'm out on the under then.
I will not be touching the under, and also because Witt's on the under. So
now I'm out. I can't have Merleman in the building.
I'm in the building if you want to change your pick, Migs.
Yeah.
Migsy, how about a little sprinkle though? If this is what it is, EBR rule number 1 has say the Rainbows are talking to him. What about the plus 104 money line for Vegas? Plus money.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, you're not going to get them plus. You're not going to get them plus money. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll ride them. I mean, plus 104. Now that I think of it, I mean,
might as well sit with your boys. And you called game 3. You said they're going to maybe drop game 4. You could see it. So
yeah, I can see it. I was listening out here. Obviously, there's some people out here that gamble as well. And one guy who's really
there's a few people.
But
by the way, Army,
he just opens his office door. You can hear them talking at the casino.
The slot machine. That's why I got to close it. The bing, 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 bing.
Army, I know there's slot machines in airports. People know all about that, and all the little bars have them. me and Miggsy go to the grocery store, and
No
you come out of the
way.
checkout aisle, there's 8 little terminals there. Like, what is wrong with
I
these-
feel like
how do
that's so fun. I feel like that's so fun though, like even just to be around that, because it feels like it's like you're on a vacation. So,
Always.
you know what I mean? So even at the grocery store, if you're local, you're shopping, you come out, there's ding, ding, ding. You're just kind of like, it's just nice, the weather, you know, It just
Well,
feels
also,
good.
away
like,
from it.
the merman. So I live out west by the mountains, and once you pull out of the street and start heading down toward the office, you could see the strip. You know, you could see. And Merle's like, "There's the strip right there." It just adds It adds so much energy. It's such a great place to live, you know. And so you get to see it, and everybody's coming to town. People who are here on vacation, you know, it's obviously a great vibe. You're trying to kill it. So yeah, it's a good one.
Here
it's
we
really,
go.
Really fun.
This guy says tickets always drop closer. It gets to game time at some point.
Not
they need
always.
to just sell these things online. Resale is just a scalper's paradise. There's a little tip for you there.
Yeah. I stick with
Keep
the
an
Game
eye-
I don't
Time
know.
app.
Is
The
that-
Game
is
Time
that-
app is it.
Keep
Just
an
go
eye
on
on
to
game
Game
time, though.
Time.
Will they drop
Yeah.
their prices closer? I bet you they do, like as it leads closer.
That's what
G?
Game Time does, baby.
Yeah.
That's why it's called Game Time, because leading up to the game,
Oh,
leading
great
up
call.
to Game Time,
There it is.
they drop
Wow,
those
it
ticket
took us that.
prices.
Hey, G, so you telling Merle, tell Merle to wait? Tell Merle to wait? Is that your call as the leader of this army?
I gotta
here?
lock
Tell him,
in. If
man.
I gotta lock in, I gotta have boots on the ground if I'm going.
Yeah. I mean, he's waited a lot of time. This is game day. I think if you see something you like on Game Time, you pull the trigger.
And Merle, you get your pregame nap in, you get the chicken parm, you're ready because you know you're going.
Yep.
You float over there and you're moving around. Game Time app flying around. It's like,
Boys, I don't know.
I
Where are you
gotta
going
call
to be
Pasha.
pregame, Merle? I saw some people
Yeah.
in the chat asking where you and Pasha will be pregame.
Yeah, we'll be somewhere. We'll probably Elbow. Got to go to Elbow. It's my whole. I made this place.
Yeah, that's the spot.
My calling card, my meeting spot.
You guys
so-
should go on a taxi, like a little water taxi. Grab a couple big deals, put them in the boat with a little captain, little thing, and you just drive around and he tours
I've been
you around
saving
in
that
there.
for you, Army. I know you
I like that.
that.
Yeah, I'll do that
I'll
with
wait
you.
and save
Okay.
you for that. Maybe when do you get in? Saturday?
Tomorrow afternoon, boys. I'll be in
Alright.
there.
And a
Sweet
reminder
monster.
for the people who are just joining, Saturday we will, from 4 to 6 p.m., we'll be at Tin Roof in Fort Lauderdale,
Yep.
just sucking down big deals, sucking down pink wing.
Yeah,
that is
we'll
going to be a
there.
light. That'll be a light show. That'll be a good one. That'll be serious.
Show up to the game the next. What is that? Is that on game day? Is that on Saturday?
Saturday, baby.
Yeah,
Saturday.
just fully lubed at the game, ready to roll.
The
Just
question
loving it.
is do we see GM Joe again? Last time we went to Florida, we did an event. GM Joe shows up. Do we see him again? What do
Does
you
he
guys
try to
thought
shine
there?
again? Does he try to shine again?
He
I
could.
mean,
He could.
I would love to be a part of like a scene, you know, like something that happens like that. I would love Merles. How great would it be if you and I are just chilling there, and we're kind of like on the outside. We're doing our meet and greet, G. You know, we're just meeting up with the chat folks here at Daily, and then like, you know, something happens at the thing like that, like GM Joe, that leads to like a massive, leads to an episode of Spit and Chicklets. Like, I would love to see something. I'm not calling for it, of course.
It was
But-
wild how it, because we didn't even know what was going on until like maybe 20 minutes after the thing ends, and it all started coming together. We're like, whoa, that happened. Whoa, this happened. Whoa. It was, whoa. So at
Well,
the
yeah,
time,
did you
we
guys
really
end up
didn't know.
hiring GM Joe? Demetrius is asking, what happened to him? Is he in the mix still, or is he kind of still hitting you guys up? Is his
Not
mom
really.
emailing you guys?
Yeah, that one was above my pay grade, so I think it was.
He's the operations. He's
that
the
was a
operations
decision
director
from the.
for Jeff Nadeau.
What was that?
He's on operations for Nadeau, I guess. So he took that
Yeah,
job
yeah.
instead.
I'm just thinking when we show up to the game and we go over to the TNT set, he's just going to be sitting there with a headset as one of their like stage producers.
He's Biz's personal like runner / stats guy
Oh yeah,
for
Wouldn't be
Jazz.
surprised
Jazz
one
is
bit.
out. He's in.
I'll-
GM Joe.
Even though he called me Mincy, I'll tell you what. Like we were right next to the TNT, and they got a little like section that they were sitting in during the game. And Biz is there with like notepad out, like just
buddy.
taking notes, taking. I mean, he is locked in. Like he is unreal when he does that. He's just sitting there. I'm like, man, everybody's saying hi to him. He's the best at saying hi to everybody. But he has his notepad out, taking everything and so on.
He's got to
gotten
mark.
so
You know
much
why? He's
better,
got to
too,
mark
though.
times down for stuff he wants to talk about to get it to them, because it's different when you're not in the studio and you're not near the guy cutting clips that you want to see or you want to show. And Biz is like on it like a hawk, man. Like that guy is grinding in studio. So when you're on set, you literally, it was like when we were at NYPDFDNY, Merle's on this thing too. Like I had to write down stuff that we could tell them in the truck to clip for us if we wanted it for the intermission. So it's just the communication. You have to you have to write down the times of the game, what it was, what you want them to see, what you were looking at, because then the play's so fluid, it just keeps happening, and then it's like, shit, if you don't remember to tell them, you got to write it down. So good for Biz is a hustler, dude.
Wouldn't you agree though that he's just gotten so? I mean, not that he was bad before, because he was incredible last season as well. But this season, he's added just something like new to his bag, where like his breakdowns of the play are so like in depth, and it like. I don't want to say it dumbs it down, but it like he makes it for like the average hockey fan.
He's teaching you.
Yeah, he's like coaching you, and it just as like the average hockey fan, not an NHL player, just he makes it easy to understand. I think he's just doing an incredible job.
I mean, it can be kind of a stretch because he does it during periods, but you think like when that John Madden documentary came out, and that's what they said about him, like he was so good at just the average football fan understanding what's going on, and I think Biz really does that. That people go bananas just for him. They're screaming over the side rail at him to get pictures and stuff.
So
like
I was
that.
going to ask you that. Like, I was going to ask both you guys, because you sat next to that TNT desk. Like, from Wayne to Biz, like now Biz is, I don't want to say Biz is taking over as the face of hockey from Wayne Gretzky, but Biz is a polarizing figure in the game of hockey now, especially with the younger community. How many kids, when they're yelling over the railing, are they saying Biz or are they saying Gretzky's name?
Yeah, I would just say it's more Biz, but because like Gretzky, you respect too much. I know I wouldn't even reach over.
You can't talk to Gretzky. I played for. He's so
like,
nervous. Yeah,
you don't talk to him, but Biz, he's
approachable because it's Biz. Yeah.
And
exactly.
Biz is he's like the happiest guy. So anybody who walks by him, he'll stop, give him a hug, like, "Hey, how are you?" Like, he's so good at that. It's just really, Merle's is saying it. It's just unreal. But yeah, the people are. I mean, it's so close to the seats out here. Like, you literally can reach over and almost touch like Gretzky. So they're trying to keep people back. But yeah, they're on Biz out here.
Someone says polarizing is the wrong word in the chat right now because everyone likes Biz. I would say that polarizing is the right word. I'd say people like him, but I would say like people don't like him too, just because he's like on the edge kind of guy a little bit. Until you get to know him too. Like, I think when you see him come in, because he's huge too, he's like 6'4", 6'5".
He's a monster.
He's a monster, and then you see him, and you're like, oh shit, there he is. You're like, that's him, and he's a monster. But then if you just say hi to him, it's on. Like, hey, how you doing, man? He comes right, like, he is just like amazing. We couldn't get him out of the FDNY NYPD game.
That's what I was gonna say. It's
remember that?
It's my job to get Biz from point A to point B. And when we're walking through like an NHL arena's concourse, there is nothing more difficult in the world, because he's just such a nice, friendly guy, and he doesn't like just doing the hey picture, how are you? He likes he's like, hey, where you from? How you doing?
Oh, he's all over it.
Yeah. Are you a fan of the team? Like, he'll talk to you for 20 minutes, and I'm like, Biz, we got to get on camera right now. Like, let's go.
I think
that's why we're always late to the games from the appearances, because we're at the appearance for an extra hour as he's trying to get out of there.
Well, I know when he was out here before game one, I don't know if he mentioned, I think he was at like the Chris Angel show or something, like maybe.
Oh, he was up there on the stage, I saw.
Yeah, he was up on the stage. I heard from some people there. I had my little guys were there for a birthday party, and they were saying Biz was on the stage. He was unreal. So it was pretty funny.
I could say this. You could say, people, oh, I can't believe he said that. Oh, I can't believe he did that. You meet the guy, like he's like polite, outgoing. He's like, if you had a little kid though, and you wanted your kid to be like polite, shake people's hands, say hello, like engage in a conversation and not look at the ground. Like that's Biz. Like, he's just a man of the people, and it's amazing to be around him, because I talk a lot and I have like decent energy around people. Biz is like Biz is flying, man. When Biz gets around people, he's flying, and he's amazing at it. It's just the way he is, though.
And not to add to the tummy sticks, because we're just
we're tummy sticking the hell out of him.
But what you said, Army, too, like he treats the people behind the scenes very, very well. Every sandbagger we do, he makes it a point to go up to each member. We have so many people filming these and editing these, where he goes up to every guy and is like, hey, man, great job. Thanks for coming out. And like, as someone who works behind the scenes, that goes a long, long way when like the talent, Biz Nasty, like the biggest guy we're here to film, is taking time out of the day to go talk to like the audio guy on the side and just be like, hey, man, you did a great job. Thanks for coming out today. So Yeah, he's one of a kind.
Buddy, I
And
followed
then he,
Busy.
And then he called me Mincy.
Mincy,
And then he
yeah.
called you Mincy.
He's gonna catch
After
one. He's
all
gonna
we
catch
said.
one he's going to catch one when he's out here, though.
See, that's why he's polarizing. That's why he's polarizing.
Yeah.
I better get a free. I better get a free dinner out of Biz tomorrow night after all this tire pumping.
Oh man, this is good.
Oh, he's a beauty. You should see one quick other story. I don't know if I shared this, but like I'm new to TNT in the studio, but like going in there with them, we come from the hotel, they come pick us up, bring us over to the studio. To your point, G, he gets out, thanks everybody, walks in. It's a full blown, like he's running for the mayor of TNT. He goes into the basketball area. He's going into rooms. I don't even know who's in the room. There's people in there like trying to eat or snack or like work. And he's like, oh, hey man, how's it going? Like shaking hands with everyone. I just want to come say hi. Like he's a total team guy. Like you can see why he lasted so long playing hockey, right? And you can say what he wants about his hockey skill and like, you know, he was an enforcer, but that goes a long way with day-to-day stuff that people don't talk about as well, just in the game of energy every day. Practice is a grind. We're in January 1 and it's like, holy fuck, like seriously, we just got out of Christmas break. He's coming in and he's Uncle Busy Boy. He's buzzing in there for the boys day-to-day every day. And it's just the way he is. So we love him. We love watching him. We're proud of him. It's all Biz beats Chuck Norris on hikes.
That's good.
There you go, GG grinded. I saw you start smirking up there. I didn't know you found that. That's awesome.
People are just having a field day in the comments right now.
Yeah, they're going nuts, eh? Yeah, thank you everyone in the chat. I was we were too busy playing tummy sticks with Biz. I lost track of it. Good thing G's keeping track of it. Let's get a list of our picks here for tonight. Let's get it dialed in. We've got game 3 tonight. We've got game notes, the podcast dropping, our recording tonight, dropping tomorrow, G, correct?
Correct.
And then we'll be hitting the road down to Liquordale tomorrow to meet up with Merman with his voice. He'll be like, who's a singer that has a sick one? He'll be like Freddie Mercury. Hey-oh. Dee-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Remember when that's a sick
Yeah, he
clip.
does. We're gonna be leading the chat.
You know, it's only bad Vegas voice. If I'm holding my throat like this, then it's Vegas voice. That's when it's real bad.
Yeah, when it hurts.
I'm not
You're
too.
like,
Yeah, when it
"Oh."
hurts, like
It's like a pine cone in your throat. You're like, oh shit. Yeah.
Brad
Here we go,
Perella,
Brad.
He's big girl guy.
I like our guy, Brad.
Yeah, this Montour. I was trying to get into that story earlier. You heard about this, Army?
Which one?
His wife went into labor during game 1. So
No.
I just read it on the internet, so I
didn't
assume
see
it's
that.
true. So it's got to be true, but nobody knew about it. He flew all the way back after game 1, red eye, lands in the morning, 7 a.m. The kid comes out at noon, so he's there for it. Then he jumps on a plane right after and flies back for game 2. No wonder
Wow, I didn't know that.
Like that's a grind.
Now that's a down and back.
Holy.
That's
is
down
wild.
and back.
If I had that
Congratulations,
little
Jim.
info, I would have probably leaned on Vegas a little bit more.
Don't you think she should have like applied for a C-section or something, like in between the layoff between? You know, that's what we did that with my wife. Like you kind of can pick like when you're gonna have your baby. I don't know, maybe I should have said that, but we picked like the date. And you can,
I think she went. I would assume she went natural. If that was the
natural,
case.
yeah. Credit to her. Unbelievable. Congratulations to the Montours. I didn't know that.
So that's
story,
why
bro.
he's saying probably first goal because now the news is out.
Yeah, that's
that
what
he's
happens
got it.
every time.
And he's due. I think he is due for a goal or a game. You know, he's due for.
What's
one.
he on a point? Let's just say point.
I can look that up.
What's
for
the
you.
odds on a
man,
point?
get it on
If
the-
the
on the
goal's too
score
much
bet.
to ask.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of the guys that was playing so well to get him there, so he does need to get it
Chat's
going.
on fire
Bishop in a
right
body
now.
bag.
Montour
Plus
point.
130. That's not great odds. I think it'd
Montour
be higher.
point minus 159.
It's not
Really?
terrible. If you want an easy win, you
not
think
great.
Florida. That's
They
not
must be
great.
on the
great.
baby angle. They must be on the baby angle. Hey?
Somebody already hammered it.
Vegas knows.
Brad Perella.
Vegas knew that he did the baby thing, and they're like, "No way, we're not falling for this again."
So Merle, I got Vegas money line 104, and then the Roy point 140.
Yep.
That's the
I
Vegas
got you.
insider. And we'll
I'm gonna-
hopefully see you guys back here.
Army,
I
what
would,
are your picks?
I would like to take a sniff at the Laura, the Laura parlay plus 611. Thank you, Laura.
Can you put that in there again, Laura, so I can?
What was
see
it again? Can we find that again? We got to scroll through like a
You gonna
gallon of
sniff
chats.
Laura? You gonna sniff Laura? Army?
Take a
Or-
sniff at the
Laura?
Laura. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
That didn't come out correctly. Sorry, Laura.
She must have
The
three
Laura
rank-
bet.
Merle's-
Family
Merle's
show
see
here.
three
She's
goals.
not a real person. It was the bet. The bet isn't a real person. Laura is. The bet isn't. Army loves sniffing.
The chat's gonna love. You're making content today, Army.
Army
Here
wants
we
to
go.
sniff.
Oh God.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
I'm like the Joe Biden of gambling. He's
Sniffing
sniffing hair. Yeah.
Merle, what do you got?
Oh, that's funny.
I'm on.
Here we go.
There it
the
is.
Florida.
She gave it to us again. Thank you, Laura. No offense taken, obviously. She came back with it. Thank you, Laura.
2 shots, stone, 3.
3 shots, over 5.5, plus 6.11. Let's go,
Okay, and
Laura.
see now I can get on. I can be on board with that because Game Time app. I'm going into the game, so I can be on the over. But
That's good.
And
Buddy
Whitney's
calls
on the
me
under. So this is a full
Sleepy
fade.
Army. Somebody called me Sleepy Army in the chat.
They're on you.
Memes probably already has something out. He's got to get the meme of you falling down on the bike. Memes, are you watching? Put that. We need that one. We need the other one at the
Hey, how about
graduation
this?
the other day.
Sniffing chicklets? They're calling us sniffing chicklets now.
Oh no.
Oh, Army, what'd you do? Army.
Sniffing chicklets.
Oh my God.
Oh
Out
my
of
God,
control.
this is out of control in the chat. Oh my God, everybody, Merle's is dying. I'm dying. Mincy's losing it over there.
Oh my
Mincy.
God.
Here we go.
I tried to
Oh,
deflect.
man.
I tried to
Yeah,
deflect
exactly.
there, Migsy.
Dump it on me.
I do like. I'm riding with Migs on the money line. I like the plus money. I
Vegas?
just like Vegas. I want it to go 7. Florida fans, I want it to go 7. Okay, I do. Sniff dog.
God. Twitter handle, new Twitter handle.
At Sniff dog.
Here we go.
Oh my God, I'm dying. People are hilarious. Good job, everybody. I want it to go 7 though. I do want this series. I'm crying right now. I do want it to go 7. But I can't get out of the way of them plus money, Migsy, and how good they've looked, and plus the stat that they win the first game on the road. I mean, what a stat. Thank you, chat, for that.
You're getting a team. I mean, people forget, I know Edmonton was the story, but last 12 out of 13 games, Vegas got a point going into the playoffs. So they were doing really well, and they've been steamrolling. Getting a plus money on them, I think you just kind of have to take a swing, especially with how they've been playing.
Yeah.
What do you got, Merman?
Yeah, so I'm on EBR rule number 1, home team or over. So I'm on the home team. I'm on Florida. I saw the rainbow. It's a rainbow play now. So it's a big one. I think I'll take a sniff of the Laura parlay too.
Oh no!
But I'm
smell
also
the game notes,
this
smell
is
game
the
notes,
one.
bud.
This is the one that's the game changer. This is why I think they're going to get it going. Is Bennett the menace? I think Bennett's going to get it going. So I'm taking him over 3.5 shots plus 100.
Army, you're going to be at that party, buddy, and people are just going to be coming up to you, sniffing you. You better get Merle's curve cologne.
We got to get Leon Dreisaitl's cologne company to throw some.
You'll
G
be the
just
sponsor.
tweeted new name for game notes, sniffing chicklets with the sniff dog and Merles. Oh my God, I'm dying. Thank you, everyone. This has been a great day. A great day. You got to wait days in between now with travel, but we give you entertainment value while you're eating your lunch in your cubicle.
You guys are sneaking in a regular game notes tomorrow morning too. G
Yep.
was saying earlier. So you guys, content's coming, which is nice. I know people are loving it, so I can't wait. That's awesome. Sneaking in one of those.
Thanks, buddy. Yep.
Yeah, good job.
Coming in hot. We're coming in hot, and then we'll be live. How are we going to muster? Where's G? How are we going to muster these daily shows live? Where are we setting these up? We should have a studio audience. Although I would miss.
I agree.
I would miss the chat.
I texted Pasha this morning and I asked him to go scout locations in Lauderdale. So my plan is we're gonna do this at an outdoor location, somewhere cool where fans can join, fans can come watch. Keep in mind, this is very risky from a production standpoint.
Yeah.
The connection,
The microphone issues.
The connection might not be great, but we're going to do it the best we can. But the plan is to have a live kind of studio audience.
That's
type
awesome. That's awesome. What a
Are you
swing,
ready
though.
for
That'd be
that?
great.
How are you going to do?
I would love that. Have the palm trees and the beach in the background, some big.
No, but
deal
a live
brews.
studio audience. Would you feel good to be doing the
it'd be
live
great.
shows? You'd love that,
I would
hey?
love it. I would love
okay,
it.
I just check out with my boy.
I got
don't
a
want him to
hook.
get
I got a
nervous.
hook for us to try to do something like that up in Vegas too. That I'll
good
talk
one.
to you guys
Big hook.
tomorrow about.
Big hook for that.
Maybe
That was a good one.
maybe we'll see, and me and Merle's will have a couple cocktails in the morning.
Hey,
you know how we like to get
if
it
I
started.
have to go scout bar locations today in Fort
Yachts.
Lauderdale, I can do
Murph,
it for the
yachts.
team.
Exactly.
Yachts, bud, when we were in Tampa.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
Let's get on some yachts and get it going.
G,
I
before
love
you
it.
left, did G give a pick? Did I miss it? I don't have it
I
written
took
down.
the under. I'm
Just
on the
the
under
under.
tonight.
You're under with Wit.
You're jumping
Under
off
six.
of hey, and as a Vegas person, obviously, G. Any chance you can stay on the Barbashev train that you've been riding? Like, he's been doing really well when you've been on him. So I'm hoping
I'll
you
take
don't
I'll
mix
take
it up.
Barbashev to see. I think it's tough because I think it's going to be like a 1-0 game tonight. Like I
Roy
want to
passes it
take
to
Barbashev
Barbashev?
to get a point. I'll take Barbashev to get a point just for you, Mick.
We have like no one
buddy.
on any players, any player props.
yeah.
I
So
think
I'll
it's
take
under.
Barbashev to get a point.
Except for actually the Laura has all those shots takers and stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my hair. I was wearing a hat. I got my hair cut the other day for the trip, boys. It just I was
tight.
wearing a hat.
Gee, your hair looks good. It's coming
Yeah,
back.
Jesus,
guys
Jesus
come
coming
back
in
with
good. Murr
short
got the
hair.
cut. Look at this
I got
guy.
the cut before the trip.
Mincy, let's see yours.
No chance. No chance, buddy. There's no chance.
He's got the tight.
Yeah, no way.
He's got a tight
fade to the
tight
top.
fade,
Tight fade
for
to the
my
top.
boy Migsy. I love Migsy.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go. We got Andrews liking the Duclair over half a point plus 110. Anything I like that. Carter
Duclair I
Verhaeghe,
like.
this guy says, Carter Verhaeghe, I said on the podcast, missing. Where's Cousins? Other than the tap and goal that he got robbed on, though, but missing. Where's Bennett? Has he been noticeable? Missing. We need some of these guys to start going off for Florida if they're going to start coming back. Hair looks sniffy already.
That's awesome. Hey, have you guys heard any news on Gudis? I haven't heard anything. I heard he
Murr.
was-
Wit
dropped
said he's
it.
back. Wit
Oh, is
said
it
he's
Wit?
back. Yep, Wit says he's
So
back.
they'll probably
so
go 11-7 again, just in case, and then put the kid Fitzgerald in again, kind of like they did last game. 'cause
Just
he
in
was
case?
hobbling around.
Just in
Before
case.
game 2, he was hobbling around the rink like there's something on him. So
I think if you're going to look at anyone off of Florida too, a guy's game, obviously that I like, he's a really good player, obviously, but it's Barkov. Barkov's been like for me really noticeable, not only like with his skill and everything, but like he's one big body guy for them up front that's really physical as well. You know, like he's using his body really, really well. I don't think he's done that in the past. I think he's taken some criticism. He's kind of more of like a pickpocket
I would
reach
take
guy,
that.
but like I look for him for a point. What's that at? It's probably brutal, like minus 150 something.
it's gonna be big. Barkov's. I mean,
Get him a goal.
We got the game. Like if I was starting a club, obviously Barkov would be on the top of my list.
Yeah, I
Big
think
time,
he's
big
taken a
center,
step.
Silky.
I think he's taken a
good.
step physically, though, in the playoffs this year, too, which I think has been nice to see for his overall game. There's certain players that are like that, you know, like Matthews, I think is a guy that hasn't realized he's always like he's huge. So I think those kind of guys, once they realize they're big and they can use their bodies, is huge. Montour under
that
half
true?
a point plus 125. No points in his last 10. Yeah, I think he's been really quiet, too. Yeah.
He didn't get a point.
He
That
was
means he didn't
weak.
get a point in the series against Carolina. Not one.
there wasn't
feel
many
like
goals in that game.
Last 10. That means so that's two.
Are they
He threw
throwing
all
us
his stats
fake
that
info?
First round. At first round, he
But I'm saying that
dummy
means he didn't get.
Boston.
That means he didn't get this series, last series, and the 4
I'm
games
looking.
in the
fact
Toronto
check
series.
that one. But
I mean, if that's
Barkov,
right.
yeah, Barkov's minus 195 for a point. I'll tell you something. Witt had him last game for 2 points, so that he could have a big night. The Witt is ice cold. So
Maybe Witt
look
can
for
rub some of the-
Bobrovsky over saves, Barkov 2 points because those were Witt's 2 bets last game. And
Yeah,
he's
they might
ice
come in.
cold.
He's got the crystal.
Yeah, I don't
necklace
think
on
he
from that
does.
trip. Bro, what do you got? The maid coming in?
No,
Hey, that's true.
I think a
That's
storm's coming here, so I'm losing my
Uh-oh.
light.
You know what
I gotta
happens
see what's
after
going on.
storms, Merle?
But
Rainbows.
I
Right
got all the
after the
picks.
storms.
We'll get
1,
those
2,
picks
3,
out.
4, 5, 6, 7,
right, see
8,
ya,
9,
boys.
10. No points in 10 games for Montour. That's a true
All
thing.
right,
So
Migs.
Later, boys.
All right, Migsy. Thanks, Migs. Thanks for coming in. Vegas Insider. Telling you that office I went to. It was.
what a place to work, hey? What a
Oh,
place to
man.
operate.
All in shuttles. He's got a shuttle. He said he'll pick us up when we land.
Unbelievable. Well, I got to pack up here too, Merles, and we don't want to go over an hour on the show. We got people to get back to work. Lunch hour is ending. Everybody, anything else to add? Do we get through
I think
everything?
I'm going to do. I
Pink
have
Sniffy.
to put in the. I have to try to get us the Laura parlay boosted up. Pink Sniffy. So I mean that has to be the parlay, right, Army?
Yeah, I
boost?
think that's a good looking parlay by Laura.
Yeah.
I thought like it's not overdone. That looks so good. Like Laura, unbelievable.
Stevenson shots over 2
Smells
shots.
good
Stone
too,
over
Army.
3
Hey, you
shots.
see what
and
it
over
smells
5
good
and
to
a half.
me. Look at Laura, what she said. Merle's EBR, everybody rainbows.
Oh, there we go.
The chat's on fire today. Thank
What a
you,
day.
everyone. Somebody says, smell you later, Army. All right, this is a never ending. Merles, great job from Fort Lauderdale. Way to go. Enjoy your afternoon with Pasha and the boys. Hopefully you meet up with Busy Boy after tell him how much we gave him tummy sticks today. Gee, way to make it all happen. Love it. Everyone in the chat, thank you. Subscribe to YouTube page, please. Hit the notifications. We got to jack up those numbers. Makes us look good here at Game Notes Daily for the Chicklets crew. Until then, we will be live in person, maybe a live in-person show for Game Notes Daily next time, which will be Saturday, and we'll be hitting the road. I got to go pack up, bud.
Yep, I'll see you down here.
All right, we'll see ya. See you, everybody. Have a great day.